It's now time to hear from Fortinet on how they are offering solutions in the industry. With this, now I would invite Mr. Radhesh Valvadkar, Manager Systems Engineering India and South, Fortinet Incorporation. Mr. Radhesh Valvadkar is an CISSP CISA IT security evangelist with vast experience working in various domains of information security. In his 17 years of experience, he has had the opportunity to work in various aspects of information security, starting from basic network security to present day complex cloud security. His work experience includes working in security practice of organizations like Norton and Avaya in the past. In his present role, he is working as Manager, Systems Engineering for the Enhanced Technology Portfolio of Fortinet. We welcome you, sir.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's knowledge session sponsored by Fortinet, and today we will be discussing on a topic called as curious case of endpoint security. My name is Radesh Valvadkar. I am Manager System Engineering at Fortinet India, handling the advanced technology business for Fortinet. So in today's topic we will be discussing about lot of things which as an endpoint security customer you might be coming across various terminologies like next generation antivirus, EDR, MDR, XDR. So what all these terminologies mean and which of them are relevant for you, and as a customer if you want to take an informed decision to opt for any of these terminologies, uh, both from the technical perspective as well as vendor selection criteria perspective, what all things you should be aware of. So let's go to the next part. First, we will talk about why exactly there is a need for a change in the endpoint security technology that you are that you are using compared to the existing one on your laptop. So you will see that there is an exponential increase in the number of attacks which are becoming successful on the endpoint from 3.2 million to close to 1 billion plus over a very short period of time. This raised to a question that whatever endpoint security mechanism that I'm using today, whether it is really effective or do I need to do certain changes in that endpoint security mechanism. When this question is raised to any of your endpoint security vendor, which is helping you out in your journey towards endpoint security, towards building the security framework, he will tell that, okay, the traditional antivirus is not good enough. You require something called as EDR solution on your desktop or the endpoints. So we need to do a little bit more dissection on what exactly this endpoint detection and response story is all about. So this is basically a combination of two words, endpoint detection, and then the second part is response. So let's understand, or let's dissect it a little bit further, and let's understand what exactly has changed in the endpoint detection technology over a period of time. In initial days, we used to have something called a signature-based antiviruses. Signature-based antiviruses were sitting on the hard disk, and the main job was to scan the spaces on hard disk, like the files, folders, etc., etc. And whenever the devices are getting connected, you scan those devices also. They were prone to polymorphism because if there is a small change in the signature-based antivirus becomes completely ineffective. And and as the number of signatures were increasing, the client was becoming more and more and more heavy. This led to the second era, which was called as the pattern-based antiviruses. So pattern-based antiviruses now, instead of using signatures, they started using something called as patterns. It was solving only the one problem of polymorphism. The other problems still remain. So if you look at the modern malwares like ransomware or any other malwares, which will keep on changing their their codes, they may not be able to detect by the signature based or the pattern based AV. So they require something called as the behavior based antiviruses, which can sit on the endpoint. So irrespective of the change in the code, the behavior will still remain the same. So let's take an example. For a ransomware, the behavior is to start encrypting the file. So that behavior, irrespective of the code, is written in Java or VB or any other programming language, the behavior still remains the same. So what exactly is happening here? So instead of writing millions of signatures, I can have very low numbers of behaviors, and that makes my client really lightweight. It can sit in the memory and it can now scan the memory areas also. And this whole technology today is called a next generation antivirus. Now, what is changing in the response framework? So earlier days antiviruses, there was no response framework as such. The only response that was there was just to provide a notification that some malware has been detected on your PC. But now the EDR solution that are there in the market, they will be talking about majorly three responses. The first responses is the solution should be able to provide you with all the forensic data. That means that if something is detected malicious, why it is detected malicious, and if it is, and it should provide you the complete path of execution, which will help you decide uh, the verdict of that particular file. Then it should provide you threat hunting. Whenever the incident occurs, you should know how many machines on your infrastructures are infected. So that is something that will provide you in the threat hunting, and it should also provide you automated playbooks where you can take certain automated actions to block the client. So this automated action can be sending it for further sandbox analysis. It can be blocking a port on a firewall, blocking a port on a switch, or multiple other things. So as an EDR technology, these are the things which you require to be part of your solution. So what exactly Fortinet is doing in this space? So Fortinet in year 2018 acquired a company called as Ensilo, which was providing all the functionalities that we discussed in the previous slide of the EDR, which is it is a behavioral based EDR using next generation antivirus technology, and you can create a complete automated framework. Now there are multiple vendors which are available in the market providing EDR technology. So as a customer, what are all those decision criteria that you will think of before selecting the vendor? The first decision criteria will always be taking the market intelligence, and that market intelligence everybody will follow leading market analysts like Gartner, and you will see that though 14 EDR is not part of the EDR Magic Quadrant, a lot of uh, major technologies are not part of the Gartner Magic Quadrant because the number of vendors that are there in this market are very high. But you will see that Gartner has given honorable mention to Ensilo or 40 EDR in their uh, report of a technical evaluation. At the same time, one of the highest vendor who is receiving the Gartner peer reviews remains the 40 EDR. So that you can check on the Gartner's website. The another point that you will look at is at the technical capability of the solution. So the what is the detection and the blocking rate? So that this has been tested by NSS, and in the NSS testing report, we have got the highest rating of AA security. After that, the second point that we will discuss about is the EDR architecture and what all deployment flexibility that the EDR solution will provide. Now, I will spend some time just to explain this slide on the architecture. More or less, this is common across all the vendors. We have collectors, which are basically the piece of agent which are installed on the endpoints. These collectors will talk to the core uh, to pass on the metadata for the threat analysis. Then this threat analysis data will be stored in the threat hunting repository for further future forensic, as well as if you want to do a threat hunting in future. Then we have something called as aggregators. The aggregators in the large enterprise setup, if you want to manage multiple cores, you will have the aggregators, which can actually provide load balancing as well as high availability functionality for the core, for the data coming from the core. And then you have central manager, which is basically the UI over which you will see how exactly uh, the status or the health of the endpoints. And lastly, we have Ensilo Cloud Service. This is now renamed as the Fortinet Cloud Service, which will provide you the details of certain behaviors which are not captured by your uh, behaviors which are not or rather the verdict which is not provided by your core which is there on premise or the cloud. So what is the decision criteria here? So if you look at most of the competition vendors in the market, they will provide only one deployment option. They will have all the components on the cloud and they will say that, okay, you can just install agent on your laptop or the endpoint and you are good to go. But this may not be the case for certain government, defense, or critical infrastructure. They may not want their data or metadata to pass on or which can be shared over the cloud. So the deployment flexibility which is offered by Fortinet is you can have a cloud deployment, you can have hybrid deployment, you can have all the components on premise, or we can also have air gap deployment. Rather, we are the only vendor in the market today who can provide an air gap deployment for an EDR solution. Other decision criteria which I have seen where while discussing with customer is customer is uh, more concerned about if they are using certain legacy operating system, can they be bought in the EDR framework? So Fortinet provide support for legacy operating systems like Windows XP, Windows 7. We also provide support for server operating systems as well as certain IoT devices also we provide support. We are the vendor who is providing the lowest footprint, which is consuming only less than 1% of CPU and 120 MB RAM and less than 200 MB of hard disk space. I already talked about the deployment scenarios like air gap and other deployment scenarios. Application whitelisting is one of the features that most of the vendors are, most of the customers are looking for. Though this is not the part of the EDR framework, application whitelisting is taking the feed from third party and giving a reputation of the applications which are installed on your laptop. So that functionality is also there on the 40 EDR, and this is multi-tenant by design from day one. Multi-tenancy is required in large enterprises setup where they want a particular administrator to administer only certain number of cores and endpoints, and the other administrator can administrator their own cores. And we also do support the white labeling. So most of the criteria which a customer is looking for, those are from day one available with OTEDR. Uh, we are we also the another selection criteria is the managed detection and response, because when you are working on a behavioral based detection solution, you will see that there will be always some kind of uh, behaviors which will be unrated by your EDR or by your cloud service. So you require certain manual intervention who can study these behaviors in depth, and that's where you require a malware analyst. Certain organizations will have their on-site malware analyst, but most of the organizations will look for managed malware analyst kind of a solution, and that is what we are providing with using our managed detection and response. Fortinet has a history of being in the security industry for a pretty long time, and we have a much respected FortiGuard labs. The same FortiGuard labs are used for providing this managed detection and response service. Another thing that you will see that is becoming more popular in the market is extended detection and response. This is also called as XDR. Though this is not related to the endpoint, but most of the time it will be talked in conjunction with your endpoint security. So let's understand in more detail what exactly this XDR is. XDR is basically talking about gathering the data from multiple sources that are available in your organization. If you look at the traditional EDR is gathering only the data from the endpoint. But whenever the malware is doing, so say, some kind of lateral movement, in that lateral movement, Uh, it might be crossing certain switches, it might be crossing certain network devices. So if you want to collect data from them, that is not collected by your uh, EDR solution. So those kind of devices, if you want to collect, or those kind of information, if you want to collect, that can be collected by your XDR. And using some kind of threat intelligence, you can take actions uh, on those. On those devices. Now, if you look at traditional EDR, EDR was concentrating only on taking action at the endpoint, but XDR is the more vast framework where you can take action not only on endpoint, you can take action maybe on a firewall, maybe on a switch, maybe on email security solution, or many other uh, security components available in your net infrastructure. So what exactly Fortinet is providing in this domain? Fortinet also has got a 40XDR framework. So in this XDR framework, we have something called as a data lake, and that data lake can collect data from multiple sources, which can be a firewall, switch, or it can be a NAC device, it can be an authenticator device, it can be email security device, it can be a web content filtering device. So from all these components, we can take the information, and it is passed via the automated AI powered investigation engine. And based on that, it will find out whether the behavior is malicious or not malicious. And then you can take an automated response also using the playbooks on these devices, not only on endpoint. If you want to take a response also on this device or action on these devices, that also can be done. So if you look at the data collection part, this is not a rocket science. Any vendor can actually collect the data from any of the sources. What is going to be a differentiating factor or the vendor selection criteria factor is what you are going to do with that particular data. And that's where Fortinet has got an upper hand compared to any other vendor in the market. We have a AI powered investigation which is done on this data. Fortinet again has got a history of FortiGuard labs where we have the behaviors of across uh, email security, web security, endpoint security. We have those behaviors, and all those behaviors are now used to create a AI-powered investigation engine, which is a patent pending engine, and that is used for your XDR. So let's do a quick recap of what we discussed today. So we discussed today that endpoint security market is going over a drastic change, and that change can start with a simple modification of converting your endpoint to a next generation antivirus endpoint, then converting that endpoint into an EDR, then over the top of EDR, you can also add the MDR framework. You can where you can send the behaviors for further analysis with the expert malware analyst. And finally, you can also go for an XDR framework where you can create a data repository for all the behaviors coming from multiple devices, and you can take action across all the devices also. And in this journey, Fortinet has got solution across all the product line. So, so you can decide your journey from where to start, and we can help you assist in this particular journey. I'll strongly recommend to visit the Fortinet booth, and there are a lot of exciting offers commercially which are available. If you want to upgrade from your existing antivirus solution to an EDR or an XDR framework, that will help you out. Thank you very much for joining this session. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Radhesh, for sharing your views related to the theme of today's event.